is quite alarming that this is not a matter of routine procedure even today for all states around the world, ours included, considering the global trends on gender inequality, whether we're looking at violence, trafficking, economic and political structures. And I do want to point out here, because I know UN Women is present here, that UN should also take strong note of the discrimination against women in the Western world, especially in European countries, where women cannot wear, especially Muslim women, where they can't wear the dress that they want to wear, they don't have the freedom to express their social and religious identity, and this happens in the supposedly liberal world of Scandinavia and other countries. So, if we're talking about gender mainstreaming and we're talking about women's rights, then the abuse or the lack of these rights in the Western world must also be addressed. We recognize we have problems in our part of the world and we are moving to rectify them. But there is a lack of recognition even in the West that they are discriminating against women. So I would advise, maybe UN Women should take a lead there as well, that they should look into this issue of discrimination against Muslim women in the West. A lot of experts here are recruited to talk about this issue of gender in Pakistan. It's a very paying profession also, of consultancy on gender-based issues. I just want to lay out that what is lacking is not a plan, but a collective will to ensure the following. One, first, that we in the public and private sectors ensure that we include women in all discussions, consultations, and decision-making in all areas. This does not just mean including women on a discussion on sexual harassment at the workplace. It also means including women specifically in policy discussions concerning conflicts, concerning natural disasters. Women are the silent sufferers in conflict zones, including presently, as we all know, in Indian-occupied Kashmir. Women are not included in policies relating to conflicts, natural disasters, and the like, where women are disproportionately often affected, but not included in policy or planning in these areas. And in issues like foreign policy, defense, other related issues, it is assumed that it is a male domain. I beg to strongly differ that the males do not have any particular capacity that gives them a higher right to make decisions in these areas than women. But unfortunately, by and large around the world, with a few exceptions, this is the general assumption. The second point is the collection and disaggregation of data according to gender, in order to understand where interventions, whether legislative or otherwise, are required. For example, we must be aware of the situation of different kinds of women, disabled women, non-Muslim women, what are known as minority women, women in rural areas, depending on specific socio-economic, cultural and other factors, the need of women will vary. Therefore, you need to have this disaggregation of data. Data in Pakistan is lacking. Yesterday, I believe, poverty data was given from about 4 years back, which shows how far we still need to bring our data up to the present. Our ministry has, with UNICEF, started a child labor survey. For the first time after 20 years, a child labor survey is underway, and in the coming months it should be completed, and you can actually follow the progress of the survey on the net. We are also, again, thanks to the UN, especially the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights and the UNDP, we are starting an MIS data based for human rights in Pakistan. So we are focusing on data collection because that is extremely important. If we are going to make future plans, we need to have a baseline data, and we've been short of this. Without data, you're just shooting in the dark. Finally, there is this whole thing about mainstreaming women by allocating separate seats for women, separate women wings in political parties, and so on. I have a different viewpoint on this, and I will express it. I have expressed it in my own party and have disagreed with Munazza Hassan, who was president of our women wing in the PTI for a very long time. Intent of this may be good, and certainly it allows those women who don't want to interact with men to participate in politics. Women universities allow women to come into higher education even if they are unable to interact with men. But where does this stop then? Are we going to create a society that is going to be in danger of having a positive type of apartheid, parallel but equal development? I think that is not the way to mainstream women into the national policies and national agendas. Intent is good, but we have to encourage women to come into mainstream of politics, and we must do it by making them electoral savvy. In the Pakistani context, we must allow women to be voted on women's seats, not rely on their male leadership to appoint them. Our party in the last parliament, in the Electoral Reforms Committee, of which I was a member, we suggested two different methodologies whereby women should be elected on women's seats. And one of the methods that I had suggested was women should be given two votes. One to vote for the general seat candidate and one to vote for the woman in the constituency that she would be contesting, and there was a detailed plan. So unfortunately, no other political party, and I really want to emphasize, no other political party, from the liberal left, if there is such a thing, to the extreme right, supported this idea of women being elected on the women's seats. This is unfortunate. Anyhow, Pakistani women, despite all the hurdles, have made great headway in all professions, including, by the way, the military. We have Air Force fighter pilots. Not all countries of the world have that. Also, let me point out, unlike in many developed states, women are not discriminated against vis-a-vis pay scales for the same job. We do not have that discrimination. Apparently, it does exist in some developed countries. But it is now time we mainstream women in the political process also on their own merits, not as wives or daughters or sisters of political leaders, but as women who are politically aware and able to stand and contest side by side with their male colleagues. And I want to end on this wish that I want to be able to look at the future through a humanitarian lens, not a gender lens. That will show that we have really genuinely mainstreamed women into the national political arena. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mazari. As always, you were brilliant. You made some very significant statements. Thank you, Adeep. Thank you.
I would like to welcome Madam Julia Bintu, Member of Parliament from Uganda, who has just joined us. She is also the member of the Executive Committee of the Secret Branch Uganda and a former teacher. Very warm welcome to Madam.
Now, I invite Madam Lisa a leading women rights and media expert. Anisa Hashmi, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Minister, Madam Murad Hassan, fellow panelists, speakers, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to be here today to share my thoughts on this important seminar. I might be reiterating what speakers have said before, but please bear with me, and possibly highlight some new thoughts for you. First of all, most of us present here today, it is indeed a step forward to start thinking women's issues as national issues. How many of us here are well aware of this long journey over decades, where women were not seen, not heard, not allowed to express their views, not allowed to wear an attire of their selection, not allowed to choose a life partner, not allowed to step out of their homes without a male escort, even if he was half a dick and half a size, not allowed to handle their own finances. The list is endless and long. Some of my friends and colleagues present here may comment, and I see some of them around, but this is still happening. Yeah, it is. But, and there's always a big but, we can now at least talk about it. We can discuss it. We can raise a hue and cry about it. We can organize marches, demonstrations, campaigns to make our voices heard. No longer are we silent, no longer will our voices be muffled, no longer will our eyes be covered, no longer will we be led blindly. We have come a long way, and it is only in this lifetime, I feel, but still a long way to go. A dear friend of mine and mentor, who I really look up to, now passed away, I asked her a question that I said, do you think that the Pakistani women have made any strides in your lifetime? She replied, when I looked at it in years, no. When I look at it in decades, yes. So when I look over the past 55 decades, don't try to guess my age, it's okay, no problem. Yes, we have a Nobel Prize winner, we've climbed Everest, we had an elected female Prime Minister, the first in this generation. We have scientists who do us proud. We have women now in the highest echelons of the army, women CEOs, women flying fighter jets, women successful business tycoons, women leading in fashion, acting, design. We have broken so many records in sports, philanthropy, space exploration, and much more. I am someone who looks at the cup half full, never half empty. It's something probably that I have inherited. But looking at the national issues of women world over, I find a lot of similarities. Education, for one. Violence, be it physical, emotional, financial, it's still violence. Economic empowerment, giving her the right to make decisions about her money and how or where to spend it. Political empowerment, mentioned just now by the Honorable Minister, giving her the right to vote, to stand for elections, to represent a community, a village, an area, and give a voice to the people that she lives with. And then, when she actually makes it to the authority, then to give her the authority, to be active on the political forum. Perhaps most important of all is to recognize that she can be a leader who can make a difference in the intellect and passion. These are similar the world over. So who and what stands in her way? Well, the simple answer is man, or misogynist society. But I will step forward. It's not just the male gender that we can identify as being the male diversity. It's the centuries-old mindset, conservative, tribal, traditional, violent, repressive. And even more than that, ladies and gentlemen, it's a threat to the power structure. For centuries, a modus operandi has been the norm, in which women are not even competing. They're not even being taken into consideration. A new change in that system could mean sharing of power with this new competitor. And sharing of power is what is feared most when it comes to giving women their rightful positions in decision-making, in economic empowerment, and political leadership. It's that mindset that needs to be addressed. So much has been said and will probably be said throughout the day about women's issues and national issues. Let me just put in a two-penny bit about how we can do this. As a media practitioner for many, many years, and as someone who believes passionately in using media to create an awareness on all social and political issues, I am today, from this forum, once again proposing that media be the vehicle, media be the tool to put the women's issues up front. Radio, TV, social media, films, print articles, TVC spots, music, and much more. Somewhere in the world over, in every home, street, town, city, there will be a TV, a radio blaring, a mobile phone stuck to someone's ear, or eyes glued to it, a newspaper being read, a song being listened to, a poster on display. What we now take for granted are the tools we need to make our allies. We need a well-designed, well-thought-out, balanced media strategy, taking into account the objectives we want to achieve, taking into consideration all stakeholders, all mindsets, all audiences we need to address, and above all results we want to achieve. Yeah, I can hear what you're thinking. Easier said than done? True, agreed. It is daunting, but not impossible. It is a challenge, but not unachievable. It's a rocky uphill task, but the summit is not unsurmountable. Media can be your worst enemy, but it can also be your best friend. Befriend it, work with it, use it, get it to be on your own team. Let it enter the hearts and homes of all those you want to reach out, across mountains, deserts, seas. Let it influence policymakers, decision makers, people of influence, people who matter, people who make decisions again, people who say no, people who stand in the way of change, people who obstruct development and progress because they feel threatened or are afraid or feel insecure. Be it men or women, it doesn't really matter. Be they in corridors of power or in the homes, be they family members or total strangers, be they teachers or orators using different platforms to propagate their conservative repressive ideologies and theories in the garb of religion, simply playing on the ignorance of their audiences to influence their emotions and belief. Media, and only media, is that powerful ally that's needed to bring about that change and awareness we are talking about. To end, ladies and gentlemen, Rome was not built in a day, well we know that, and neither can societal changes be brought about with the blink of an eye. This takes decades of persistence, consistent and concentrated efforts, focused and ongoing continuous actions. But above all, it takes a commitment to make it happen. And that is what this seminar today in that step, in that direction. I thank you for listening.
Thank you, Vanessa Hashmi, for sharing your insights and your presentation. Now I would invite Madam Jalia Bento to share her invaluable insights. Jalia,